Hey you guys, it's your girl Shiny Mag. I am back again, and now I'm here to talk about the dream that I had. I want to say it was last week, but somewhere around in that time frame. And I wanted to get on here and talk about the story, but a lot of things has happened in that time frame. So here I am, and I'm back. And it was very odd what I had seen in my dream, and I know a lot of people dream a lot of dreams and stuff like that, and people would think that it was something that may have transpired in the midst of something you may have seen or things of that nature. Now, the weirdest thing is, when I did have this dream, something did transpire on television, but it was not in English, and I did not look at it. I did not know that my dream replicated exactly what my fiance was looking at on TV while I was sleeping. So, with that being said, let's get into some briefing before I get a chance to show you guys my video. Well, I remember going off to sleep, of course, and I remember seeing a lot of chaos happening like in the world, but like it wasn't as bad to where you could not function and go about your daily lives or anything like that. It wasn't like that. It was just, you can function, but you knew there were matters that were happening, like how they have riots in certain areas, but you are still able to go to work. So it was things like that in that nature that was happening. And I was going to work, and I remember it looked like my workplace. That's for definitely sure. The more I kept going over the dream and revisiting the visions that I saw in the midst of it. Well, while I was doing a particular job, because I'm a high-low driver, for the record, so while I was doing my job, I'm sitting on my high-low, and I just know that what they call the front of the line actually is like the back of the line, because it's the back of the plant, but whatever, I'm not the inventor of it, so that's what they call it, that's what it is. So the front meaning the back, so in case I go back and say front, please don't get confused. So, as I was in the back of the line, and I was sitting there on my high-low, and I was looking at this individual where you would load steel into the line, because I work in a stamping plant. And I just know this guy was sitting underneath where the steel gets loaded in, but like usually it's like this large tray platform that comes out or goes, and goes in as things are, that's how the function is when you're loading and unloading the line. And there was a gentleman there. I did not know the guy. I could not really put my finger on and say who he was, even if I did know who it was. But this is my dream. So all I know is that at that time, this guy literally just start acting real weird and funky, and all of a sudden I just seen like his whole flesh unzip, and then this monstrous thing came out like, wah! And then I'm like, what in the world? Like, I'm like, oh snap, So the chaos has now flooded into the workplace, and now these people's bodies have been taken over by some reptilian style humanoid, and I remember it shapeshift into like these different colors, into these different beast forms. And I know that it was weird. It was mad weird. I can just honestly say that for the record. And all I know, I remember it doing, it just did this thing. It literally just came out into its regular self. And then it was like, I want your sister! And that's what it did. And then it was just like shot out at me. And I'm like, but not necessarily like in this full level of fear, because I was aware and knew that these things existed. So I was a lot more prepared to see it actually like strip out of somebody. And it took me back to something that Jonathan Kleck actually touched on when he talked about these beasts, or these locusts for that matter. And he's touched on it, but it's in the scriptures, you guys. That's the crazy thing. It's there. It's in the scriptures. And a lot of people don't know it's there, because that just goes to show that what we think we understand, we really don't, because it's real. It really is. It's something that's infiltrating you from the inside and out. Now, we have two different beings taking over, that is fighting for this body. And a lot of people don't know that. They do bad things and say it was the devil. Well, not necessarily, but yes, because the influence of him exists. So you are acting on what he's asking you to act on, because he is not going to do it, because he knows the consequences behind it. So he waits for you to do it, blame you for it in the courts of heaven. Let's just summarize things. And then bam, if you don't come and attest to what you have actually done as far as a sin, because that's the only thing he will take up there. He will tell the truth about the sin, but everything else he will fabricate, twist it around, flip it around. Now, yes, Yah knows, because that's why he said he's the father of lies and confusion, because that's what he does. Okay? And there are a lot of people who are like lawyers or attorneys and stuff like that, that fight for like wicked reasons. Yeah, they will be something like what he's doing, you know, where they will manipulate the story to find that person to be innocent or not. And they have done that for so long. And I really want to show you guys, and it's not necessarily like about the lawyers, but that was just like an example of what I am speaking of when I talk about, you know, the good angel and wait a minute, I'm sorry. Yeah, the good angel, the bad angel, or however shoulder is placed on it. You know, they've shown that so much in Hollywood to a degree, and they show you that there is someone good there speaking to you, and there's someone bad there that's speaking to you at the same time when you're in the middle of an adversity, and you're trying to distinguish between which route you want to take or what you want to listen to. And this is the gateway, you guys. It's all in the mind, and I'm a major advocate. I keep constantly pushing and talking and telling you guys that this is exactly what is going on. So, without further ado, let's get into this tea. It's going to be short, you guys, but I want to show this to you guys that this is all getting ready to take place. You guys are already seeing this stuff take place in the world with your riots that's happening over in Paris, on France. I want to say you got Israelis and Palestinians that are fighting. You got Iran. They're getting, you know, some stuff happening with them because they're trying to go up against Israelis. And then you got all of these other nations, China, Russia, America, what is it, Turkey. You got just Europe, period, trying to over-colonize the continent of Africa and throw on there what they want it to be, what they want the kids to behave like. They even got them now having sex education to like porno status. Like the imagery in the books, the content that's there, some of everything that is teaching them how to be bestial. And it's just all of the stuff that is infiltrating the human being system. And I'm just going to shed light, and I get it. I see what's happening. And it took some time for me, like I said, to do this video, talk about it. And just maybe it took some time because he wanted me to see more things to understand that everything that has been discussed in the scriptures are here. And I'm here to show you guys. I'm also here to show you guys some things that he showed me right when I woke up out my dream. And he told me what to look at. So that will be interesting as well. So let's sit tight and let's get into the first things. All right, here we go. This is the very first thing. What happened? I was just sitting down. I went in the bathroom. I woke up after the dream. I was like bawling sweats, you guys. And I remember sitting on the toilet and I was asking y'all, like, what did this dream mean? Because y'all like responds to me. He talks with me. I hear his voice. And he was like, I was like, dang, is this like a parasite? A parasite. That's what I kept saying. And he said, don't look at parasite. Look at, or like a locust would, you know, it'll interfere with your body system. It'll come to me, you guys. So he said, look into that direction. And that's what I did. I'm hoping if I go back, it'll look at my search. No, it didn't. I did a update to my computer, so it's not here. Well, and this is what popped up. And it said about the 4 horsemen. And I was like, what? My eyes just blew up while I was asleep, you guys. Which is Yahushua HaMashiach, not that individual. That individual never existed. That is a made-up faulty name. So I wish everybody would get that out their system, okay? This Jesus Christ never existed. This is a faulty name. His name is Yahushua HaMashiach. And it says, opens the first 4 of the 7 seals, which summons forth 4 beings that ride on the white, red, black, and pale horses. Although some interpretations differ, in most accounts, the 4 riders are seen as symbolizing conquest, war, famine, and death, respectively. So, naturally, you guys, I'm like, what in the world? And I'm like, the 4 horsemen, this is crazy. So let's just sit tight, and so I can show you guys the remaining of the things that I had looked at 8 o'clock, and then I'll come to a further conclusion, and we'll go from there. All right? Okay, you guys, so now it came to me. It was the word plague. Plague is what he said look into, because plagues infiltrate your body like locusts could. You know, you've seen the movie The Mummy. I know it's like reaching, but they gave the best description of an actual locust getting into this guy's body. If you guys look at the first Mummy, when they got in the tomb and they raided it, and they had those little Arab guys with them and stuff, and then they started like removing stuff off the wall to take as a token that they were there, and all of a sudden that locust jumped off the wall, and then he was and he got, you know, he went crazy. He went mad crazy, and he ended up dying. So I thought about that at the same time when he was like, talk about the plagues. And I'm like, okay, the plagues are getting ready to come, you guys. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but if you have been looking at my videos, I know they are long. Thank you for those who can get through them and have patience, but there is information that I let carry on, because I give those people the credit and let you guys see that, you know, that message needs to get pushed. So this is not something that is in my benefit, nothing that I'm trying to get some level of gain off of. No, but people are talking about these things. People are showing you guys that these things are taking place. And regardless of how large or small someone's platform is, I feel that if you know the truth, you run across it, and it resonates, you need to push that, because that needs to get out to other groups of people. And that is just my whole reason behind why I would take clippings from other, you know, videos like that to show you guys, because like they kind of like hit the hammer with the nail. Like they be dead accurate on, like, there is no more for me to have to say, because they have summarized everything up into like a great documentary for you guys to see exactly what it is that I'm talking about, and they express it like a Hollywood video. So I'm working on getting to that point. Like I said, I'm a new YouTuber, and yeah, it's just time. We gotta start waking our brothers and sisters up, no matter who's pushing the message. You know, a lot of people pay attention to a lot of other things that are not important, but besides all of those things, there are actual things that are taking place, and Yah is speaking to our people. And if we do not grasp at least that bare minimum of a concept, that is what's happening, Yah's waking his people up. He's about to send these plagues. Chaos is about to erupt. This is a smaller scale. You're still able to function like my dream was showing me. You're still right now. But when things all take loose and what they want your brothers and sisters, your mother, your uncle, your aunties, your great-grandkids, your grandkids, your brothers. They want everybody on the list that they can possibly run through and hit. You know, this is all about a depopulation challenge, and this is why I did the first video about the depopulation. Please check that out. And then part 2 is coming as well. Okay, don't sleep on it. And then you guys will also understand a bit more once I do part 2 of the Screeching Owl, to help you guys understand what system is Babylon. And I know for a majority of the people that are out there that may have seen other people cover these stories, and depending on what you've ran across, I haven't ran across anybody saying anything wrong or, you know, out of the ordinary to the scriptures, but hey, we know there are definitely false prophets out here who's not even talking about it. So, I'm not here to like jump down nobody's throat. I'm not here in a bashing sense unless I know somebody is just dead right and wrong and they're deliberately doing it. Not someone who may be a bit misinformed about some situations, and they may talk about some things and they may lead to something a little off, but it's not intentional. And see, this is what you guys have to understand about people's intentions and the spirit and trying that out and learning these people, because you have to stop looking at the flesh. The flesh does not count anymore. We are in a do or die time frame, and I believe that's what Yah was trying to show me in my dream. It's about being smart, being prepared, being aware. And if you are not being smart, being prepared, or being aware of things, a lot of things are going to take place that you are not going to be a big fan of, and you do not want to be one of those individuals that are left behind because you were too prideful to just simply repent. Rather, you can summarize and remember every single thing you've done wrong in your life because you've never repented before in your life and never realized that it's that important right now. Yes, it is that important right now, brothers and sisters. When you see these people out here going crazy, mainly these Gentiles, and yes, a Gentile can also be someone who looks like you with melanin complexion. That is very true. However, plagues are getting ready to hit the fan, take place, and infiltrate the very being that you call a human body. So are you ready to take on that responsibility, to think that you can stand before Yah and everything that he has designed for you or any of us that find ourselves left here? Because he's going to strip the wisdom from here. Those who just don't know will never know. There won't be a me and a Watchman or Deborah Yah. It won't be a Jonathan Kleck. It won't be these people. And it's a lot of people. Big Judah, Seed of Israel. Like, these are YouTube channels now where we're like underground on the web. And I know a lot of people like diss these people and they say a lot of things. Like I said before, people better be sure. I know that I'm actually reading and I know that they're actually not lying. So it's there. I'm sorry. There's just no argument with that. You can't argue with something that is just simply there in the scriptures. And they're just trying to give you guys warning. This is not about who can find out something new first. It's all about grooming, teaching, preparing our brothers and sisters. Whether you are a Jew genetically or you will be grafted in from being a Gentile. It does not matter. Our job as so-called Negroes, niggas, whatever they want to call us, we can, it is what it is. These people are going to call us what they're going to call us. Hey, but we have to realize that we have an example. We have a duty to handle. And either you're going to be for the cause or you're not. Because if you're left behind, like Yah said, even after the fact, even if you don't make it to the supper, you are not prepared. You're that foolish virgin. You will be in the wilderness. Any of us. We do not know our position. I'm not the person to go around and just be confident about telling somebody they're telling a lie off of something that I'm actually reading because they got more subscribers than you, or that they've gotten to a certain point in the Bible that you have not reached nor understood yet. This is not a bashing or a competition to see who holds the most knowledge first. It's not about that. This is solely about not only everyone else's soul in the world that we know that these scriptures are talking about. This is nothing fun and boastful. You're going to be the 2:30, you're going to be this. This is not about that, brothers and sisters. This is solely about preparation, preparing. And if you know like I know, you would be wise to take heed to the information to those that Yah have set down here to speak and push this message right now, because this is our time, and we need to get ready, because either you ready to go to the supper or you're ready to deal with the plagues that are getting ready to come. So with that being said, let's jump off into showing you guys that was exactly what Yah said. He said, don't look at a parasite, look at a plague. And I'm like, a plague? A plague. And I said, oh. And when I look, baby, woo. Okay, it was like the mummy. It was the same thing. It literally worked hand in hand. Hand in hand. No lie, I'm not kidding you guys. So, without all the extra theatrics or somebody saying, I don't understand, I don't get it. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to break this down tonight for you guys, brothers and sisters. So, with that being said, let's get into it. All right, brothers and sisters, we jumping into Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 38. And it says, and I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahuwah. Yahweh Elohim. Okay, you guys? He is the Lord of all hosts. So when you hear that, that's what that means. And the purging is to examine and to select at the same time, to make a bright choice of the chosen, to cleanse them to be clean at that point in time. Because if you're not invited to the supper, you're going to have to deal with what I'm getting ready to show you in a moment. And this is what is here left for you to go through. And at that time, Yah will be still doing a purging process. Okay? He's going to clearly polish and show self to be purified. Okay? Those who have at least levels of the knowledge of what the scriptures talk about, because the knowledge will be stripped away from here once the supper takes place. When the rapture takes place, there will be no wisdom left here for sure. And then only those that transgress against him, those that are rebels, okay? It says to trespass. It says apostatize, to quarrel, offend, rebel, revolt, transgress. Now, I know a lot of people will be like, yeah, well, they're doing that already over in the land of all these other lands. And no, they're going up against this lying system because they found out that this system is a complete lie. It's a hoax. And they won't tell them the truth, and they're demanding it. And rather, whatever they're doing is right or wrong. I'm not here to discuss that. I'm just using them as an example. Now, Pasha, it says, from spreading the legs. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ain't that some fun shit everybody love to do? People who love to spread their legs, okay? Okay, and that's not just mean like a literal sense, it's figuratively as well. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, meaning you're a stranger in a land, a temporary abode. You're just dwelling there, a pilgrimage. Okay? Let's go to H403. Because this resonates with us black brothers and sisters. Magor. And it says, in the sense of fearing, a fright, fear, and terror. This is what we are dealing with right here in this country right now. So, and we're dealing with it as well in other continents because we have been scattered to the four corners. So, the fact that we have been scattered to the four corners, we are strangers in these lands and we are just dwelling there in fear and in terror. Everywhere that there is some level of fear and terror that's going on, the heathen and an Israelite is present. Whether they're by themselves, they're with a group of them, we know that they are present. Okay? So, I want to show you guys something real quick. This is the best way that I can break this down about the plagues, because here I ran across this when he told me about the plagues of Egypt. It was not something that I, desired to want to, see. But everything, all of this stuff is literally taking place about the 10 plagues of Egypt. So, let's go over these 10 plagues, okay? Let's go here. And they are the water turned into blood. We know that it's taking place in different places of the earth. Here's another image. This is happening. This is real. So you guys can know this is another image. Those are actual whales or levels of beasts. They're dying, okay? This is actually taking place. This is all over the earth. This is not a cartoon. These are actual, this is in China. I've been, you guys, like I've been seeing this stuff happen all over the place. That's why I'm showing you guys exactly what this is. These are the plagues. They are taking place here in the United States and all over the country. Thailand, India, not Indiana. Y'all know what I'm saying. They are happening all over in places you would not imagine. These are not Photoshop pictures. You guys know that they have been having algae issues, which will cause this. There's nothing there to purify the water. So that means either the animals, the mammals that are in the water are escaping that terror, or they're dying. So these things are, for real, are actually taking place. If here somebody is at, literally, right here, bam, in this motherfucker trying to see, okay? This is somebody clearly that's ignorant, that don't know better. This is what's happening, okay? So let's go back to the plagues. See, amphibious frogs. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where they at? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? I know what I'm gonna have to do. See, I got a lot going on. See, there go Jonathan Clay. Hey, shout out to Jonathan Clay. I was looking at this and I didn't even get a chance to finish seeing the video, but it was really good. But I need to jump off of this and show you guys about the frogs in Florida. Okay? Frog infestation, okay? Nope, I want images. Bam, let me go back. This is what was taking over Florida. Literally, this is what's happening in Florida right now, you guys. These motherfuckers is literally taking over. This is the plagues of Egypt. Now, guess what I can do? See? Let's go to this article. Nope, that's not the one I want to go to. Let's go here. I know it's an article that's talking about this. Fur apocalypse. See, even they even making a joke about it, but I told you guys when my dream was talking about the apocalypse. These things are taking place and they're making a joke about it, but these are the actual plagues, you guys. So, America seen from a satellite at night blooms with light up on one coast, down the other, and all across the middle. If you focus on the lights of South Florida and then move in closer on the metro area, say Naples or Miami or West Palm Beach, and then zoom in on a particular mall or commercial strip or residential area, and then on a particular street light, and then on the illuminated circle that the street light throws on the ground, you may see some frog-like shapes. But they're saying frog-like shapes, but the article I pulled up, you guys, literally was it, okay? It was it. Like, these frogs are all over the freaking place. They are they've already taken over. Oh, wait a minute. Tons of frogs infest pool in Florida. See? Boom. Look at this shit. What they small an image like. Here we go. We got video footage in this boy. What is that? Frogs! Going fucking crazy. They're going swimming. The whole pool is full of it. You think this is a joke? This all started in 2016. Y'all remember the very first time we got was that BP oil spill. That was the first. Because that shit looked like blood in the water too. But that was from an oil spill. But all of that stuff took place too. Right at 9/11 time frame. Okay. Let's see what they got to offer. It's another location. Frogs. Okay. Frogs. That was in 2012. Look, y'all not playing. He ain't say what order he was gonna hand this shit to our ass. Okay? He ain't say he said he was gonna do it again. He ain't say it was gonna be in the same order. Look at that. Look at that shit right there. Frogs. Okay? What they say? Lice and gnats. Y'all already know what time it is when you talk about the lice and the damn gnats. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I be having all kind of windows open and stuff, as you guys know. Let's go here. Stink bugs. Stink bugs armies invading homes across the northwest, northeast, and midwest. Residents in several regions of the United States are waging a battle against the brown marmorated stink bug. Keep outdoor lighting to a minimum, as stink bugs are attracted to lights. Repair or replace damaged windows or screens. Now, when I was living in the city of Detroit, these motherfuckers came through, and I had one in my house, and I was freaking out. My sister was like, "That's a stink bug." I'm like, "What in the world is a stink bug?" So she told me what it was. Don't kill it, because it really will make your house reek. Something you don't want to do. You want to just safely get it back outdoors, or leave whatever it is, just close everything off and let that motherfucker go back out. So I did that because I didn't want to kill it, and I rose my window because my window actually did not have a screen in it. The window that I had at my bathroom, and I know how it got in. So people had complaints about this. Let's see, I seen New Yorker. This would say, when 26,000 stink bugs invade your home. That's a lot of bugs. The New Yorker is talking about this. See? That's what it looks like for real. It's like it looks like, but they really do have this whole etching. Like they hit this right on the money, you guys. They really did. The etching to this actual bug literally looks like some whole tribal face head man thing with the beard. Like, it's just something like the spiritual realm is really taking over. It says, one October night, a few years back, Pam Stone was downstairs watching television with her partner, Paul Zimmerman. That's a fucked up name, okay? When it struck her that their house was unusually cold. Stone and Zimmerman lived just outside of Landrum, South Carolina, in an 8-frame cabin. Upstairs in their bedroom, French doors led out to a raised deck. That week, autumn had finally descended on the Carolinas, killing off the mosquitoes and sending nighttime temperatures plummeting. And the previous evening, the couple had opened those doors a crack to take advantage of the cool air. Now, sitting in front of the TV, Stone suddenly realized that she had left them open and went up to close them. Okay, that's when she went up. And she says here, it was like a horror movie, Stone recalled. Just describe something. Let me jump out of this real quick. No, we don't even want your stuff now since you messed up what I was doing. We don't even want it now. But there are many links here, you guys, brothers and sisters. You can see, you just put it in stink bug invasion. It literally took over. It's real. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes in the city of Detroit. This happened. She was in South Carolina. I was in Michigan. No, my room was not flooded with these bugs, but they are hitting these Gentile homes. Okay, look. Oh, I got the article right here. Cuban tree frogs. Okay, somebody blogged about this shit. Cuban tree frogs are you harboring fugitives in your backyard. They're in your trees. See? They are taking fucking over. These are the plagues, brothers and sisters, okay? God did not give y'all a year and a day and in what order he was going to give it. He just said it was coming, okay? The flies. Do y'all know when I was living in the city of Detroit, some wild stuff was happening in the city of Detroit. I ain't even going to hold y'all up. Seriously. Because, hold on. Okay? Boom. Where I was, okay? The lice, the flies, the stink, the sick cattle. Now, what has taken place so far? Let's get back to the image. The disease of the livestock. That's happening right now, brothers and sisters. I'm about to show you guys something real quick, okay? Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all something, okay? Okay, what we got here? Beef recall, livestock. If you did not know, a cow is a livestock, which is an animal that is safe to eat if you eat beef, because Yah has given the green light to that in the scriptures, in case you guys didn't know. But it's your intake. All of that beef and stuff like that isn't good. However, now we're talking within not even 12 hours. These are just Jimmy Dean. Let me go. Let me show y'all something. Okay? Let's jump on here real quick. Let me show y'all what's going down, okay, on these YouTube streets. Let me go to Dabu. Dabu 777, okay? He be spilling the tea. He show y'all. Let me see. Let me go to him. Shout out to Dabu 777, because he's actually covering about this beef livestock, and it was not, boom. He's talking about the metal being in there. He talked about it. There we go. Boom. Let's let this play since we're going to do this.
We have another massive recall. This time, the United States Department of Agriculture has announced an expanded nationwide beef recall due to concerns over possible salmonella contamination. They state that more than 12 million pounds of raw, non-intact beef products, a label that includes ground beef, are now covered by the recall. This was first issued on October 4th. They're saying nearly 250 people in 26 states have fallen ill. So they're saying there are fears there's more contaminated beef in stores all around America and in Americans' freezers. They're saying that while most individuals who contact salmonella recover without treatment, this bacteria is particularly dangerous in children, the elderly, and people with weakened immune systems. Symptoms develop between 12 to 72 hours after eating the contaminated substance, including diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and fever. They're saying they usually last between 4 to 7 days. And right now they're saying the affected products were packed on various dates between July 26th and September 7th by JBS Tolleson. This is an Arizona-based beef processing plant that ships nationwide. So they're saying the specific products subject to the recall are stamped with EST 267. So a heads up there to this massive recall. I'll leave a link below. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. Peace, y'all.
Okay, brothers and sisters. Okay. Let's go back. Let me let y'all see one more thing. He gave an update about this also with this damn Jimmy Dean. Do not eat this shit!
We have yet another massive food recall. This time, nearly 30,000 pounds of Jimmy Dean sausage was recalled after 5 people complained about finding metal in the meat. Now this has to do with the sausage links. They're saying CTI Foods made the sausage links and packaged them in August. They then shipped them to a facility in Tennessee, and then from there out to retail stores. Now the USDA is inspecting all of this, and they just put out a new release stating that 30,000 pounds needs to be brought back because of these metal shards or small pieces of metal in the sausage. Now these recalled sausages involve the 23.4 ounce pouches of the Jimmy Dean Heat and Serve original sausage links made with pork and turkey with the use by date of January 31st, 2019. It also bears the case code A6382168 with a timestamp 1158 through 0149. It also includes the establishment number EST 19085, and that's on the back of the package. So if you have any questions, I'm going to leave a link below that has a number where you can contact them if you feel that you have bought something that has metal in it pertaining to this. But I will continue to update if this changes. Make sure to follow me on Twitter as well for the latest updates. This has been Dabu 7. Much love, y'all.
Okay, brothers and sisters, so y'all hear it. Y'all heard it straight from them. Listen, I be in tune with these real YouTube streets. Not none of these people out here. Now, don't get me wrong. You guys got to understand what time we're in. We're in the time of female rivalry. If you do not understand what that means, you need to indulge in your scriptures. Because in the scriptures, it tells you when there is going to be a major sign that tells you the coming of the Son of Man. Yahushua is coming back to get his children, his elect. Okay, and that's going to be discussed. I'm going to delve into that a little bit more. But, you know, you guys are wrapped up in Satan's devices heavy. And this is why y'all cannot see these things. And y'all think everything is completely normal. No, let me show you about how Satan has been getting down. He's been getting down in the most peculiar way that you don't even understand that you came from somewhere else. And Satan is just tricking your ass to stay here or go somewhere else where he wants you to be so that he can gain souls as well. He has a dominion to run over, and it is called hell, a.k.a. also the lake of fire. Okay? The planet is getting set up for those things. This will not be anymore. We will be in the land that Yah promised to our forefathers. We will go back home. We will be here and we will dwell here and we will reign here for 1,000 years, as the scripture says. If everything else is taking place, why do you think this isn't going to take place? Everything the scriptures talk about is going to take place. Why do you believe it's not going to take place? So, with that being said, I'm going to give continuance of my commentary. Wine. It smells good. You can smell the wood. It's set in and everything like that. It smells really delicious. Pretty good. So yeah, it's been some hectic things that has been taking place already on this planet. Things that I have been trying to warn others about. Things that they are saying that they're doing, but it's really not them. It's really the Most High God that's doing it. Even if it's some kind of engineering program or a device, they are using many devices, you guys. It's not just in electronics. Devices extend out also in the mind, because even these devices control the mind. Okay, so we have to understand when the word device is being used or it's being figuratively expressed, that also means that there are things outside of what you know to be a device is. So, this is where I highly suggest everybody to indulge into their Bible. Everybody to pay attention to what is taking place right now on the earth. Because if you do both and you compare the Bible to what's happening right now, it runs hand in hand. And then things will make a lot of sense to you guys from what I'm talking about. And we have went over the water turned into blood. It's happening. I don't care. You can Google it. The frogs have been taking place. I don't care. You can Google it. The lice and everything, that the different bugs like that, the flies, things like that, all those things are taking place. You can Google it. Literally, my whole back porch was like swarming with flies. Swarming with flies. I could not get rid of a freaking fly all last summer when I was living in the city of Detroit. And the disease with the animals, I showed you guys that. I've ran across a lot of things that show you that these things are happening on a more hyper level versus the norm, okay? You see a fly, you'll see a bee, you'll see a butterfly, you'll see a caterpillar, if you do. Caterpillars aren't around like they used to be, but you guys get the point, what I'm saying, the comment. And then you have the boils and things of that nature that's supposed to take place. The hail and the fire. We know about the hail that came down, golf ball size hail balls that came falling out of the sky all this summer. And a lot of things like that are taking place. You have hail balls of fire, they call AKA comets, That's what that is, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. That's what that is. That's shooting across your sky, across the firmament. That is Yah shooting and sending warning. The locusts, like I told y'all in my dream, the apocalypse. These are the things that are going to take place. The horses are definitely riding. You see these things whether you're living in that state or you are not. I'm not saying this. I'm only going off of what is being reported, documented. Pictures are taken, videos are being recorded. I can't be everywhere at one time. Yah knows about the things that are taking place in the last days. We don't. We only can follow the scriptures, apply it to our reality, and go from there if you care to know the truth. But those who do not have a love for the truth, you will see in the end that it is not going to benefit you. So when you go in it, like I said, and you attack Yah's prophets and prophetess and his messengers, pastors, angels, those are all the same thing. We are of the Elohim. When you mainly, specifically target his chosen people, who are the Negroes that are here in America, as well as scattered in the four corners of the earth, because our children got scattered. So we have family in other places also here in the United States. So we can't keep arguing and fighting about the rah-rah and the bullshit. We got to put that to the side. If that is your true goal, to bring together people, if you are not genuinely trying to bring together the righteous, then I don't know what to tell you. But I will for those who care for the love of truth, and I will steer you guys in the right direction and show you the people who are actually telling the truth, who are not naysayers, who are not trying to discourage you, but only to encourage you, to prepare you, to tell you about certain things that are happening here on this earth as we speak. They are here to be a teacher. I have learned from them as well. So I suggest these people, because certain things, you cannot look at everything. You will not know everything that is happening at the same time. You will just not know. Now I see that I'm running on some time, because you guys know I do talk, and that's why I came on YouTube, because I'm a talker. Okay, you guys, so there are scriptures most definitely that I want to get into. There will be a part 2 to this. Love part 2 is coming. The depopulation part 2 is coming. Trust me, you guys, it is most definitely coming. I have things in the works, trying to put things together. But even though I have those things together, it's just that this isn't the only together that is functioning in my together. So that may be a delay on that, but to lead you guys up the steps so that you guys understand that there is a whole lot more than what meets the eye. It is actually in your face, but you can't see the truth because you are distracted from your female rivalry beefs. You got all these dolls beefing, and you got all these celebrities, females in particular. They are beefing mad heavy, and it's taking over the minds of people and their conversations and the things that they meditate and think about. Now, I'm not the person to sit here and say, yeah, I don't look at it. Yeah, I do, to laugh. Not to be like, oh, I want to be like them. I'm trying to be that. No, you guys don't even know. I did music. I used to sing, rap, I write music, not like the bars, as far as footnotes and anything. I wasn't a prince when it comes to musical instruments. That wasn't my thing. However, I write lyrics. I will rap, I will sing, you know, I can write for you. I mean, I did it all. You know, I'm very creative on how things are, and I realized the minister of music was Satan, but a lot of people are inspired in the midst of things, and this is why when you talk about, or the scriptures talk about how Satan finally came in and he infiltrated into Yah's system, he struck a musical note. And then if you dig into the scriptures, you will know that that is what's being discussed and how he came about, because there was a different sound that came outside of Yah's sound. Yah has a sound as well as Satan does, and it is through vibration and sound. So when you get others who talk about these type of esoteric things, That's what they are talking about in particular. But those who do not indulge, just get into their Bible and their scriptures to know that this is what's being discussed, brothers and sisters. You're going to believe some outside doctrine. They all bite off the Bible. How is it that you can say that you don't believe something, but then you go and steal the very thing that you said you don't believe in? You use that as your foundation. You use that as a talking point. You use that as whatever it is to prove whatever point you're trying to exemplify. You use the Bible all the freaking time. So if you can use the Bible all the freaking time, then that tells me good, and I know well enough that you believe that there is definitely truth there. Rather, you want to pick and choose and give it to people how you want to. No, you read the old and the new together. You don't go and read whatever you feel you need to go and read. No, or you want to go and use as an example to feel whatever you feel is good for an example. Use it all. Because the old is saying the same thing that the new is saying, and then why did it have to take for Yah to come in flesh, for him to repeat himself for the third time? Oh, you have got to be annoyed at that point. But he has long suffering and patience and kindness and things of that. That's fruits of the Spirit. If you do not possess the fruits of the Spirit, you need some working to do with yourself. That's where it is at this point. Because it ain't got nothing to do with what you tell me or what you comment or what you say or anything like that. But by the way, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, comment on this video. Tell me what you think. We coming with a part 2, all because of the time frame, and there's not enough time in a day, unfortunately. Yah has cut the time down for the sake of the elect. So I'm going to end it there, and we are going to jump into part 2 down in the future. It's coming because I have some other part 2s that I have to give to you guys. And I wanted to give you guys this video right now tonight to just show you guys on this way. And the scriptures are talking about and backing up what he is basically trying to tell his children. Now, either you want to believe it, accept it, take it or not, that is all solely up to you. But I am not here to convince anybody of anything. I am only here to just talk to those who are looking for the truth, who are looking for what's happening in the world and do not know that this is actually taking place. Yeah, you can read about it, but if you're not in tune with worldwide things, and it's not that I'm not saying that people just don't care. I just get it. You're so busy. A lot of people are busy with a lot of things. It's not a hobby to find the truth. So it's my hobby to find the truth because I genuinely care. I know and I believe that Yahushua HaMashiach, who you guys ignorantly call Jesus Christ, did come as Yah in the flesh because he had to take on a different body. You genius of brawls of people who just don't believe this. If he created the heavens and the earth, why do you not believe that he actually he got a body? He found the person to create flesh for him. Someone who was clean, pure, and righteous enough. The same thing as Eve. The same thing that happened that Satan did to her, but he took the act of actually penetrating her and having sex with her and creating a seed out of that through his sperm, his water. Okay? I got some good stuff. I got some good people that's some good YouTubers, y'all. I'm going to steer y'all in the right direction. Bump all the naysayers, all those people that be like, oh, they false prophets. No! I can show you scriptures as they go along, like they're not lying, even though they're giving you scripture. But I guess that's not good enough. I'll give you different scriptures that they're not even giving you to show you that they're telling the truth, to back up the scriptures that they already got. It's happening. The happening is happening. Watch that movie too, y'all. Y'all don't know. And that just happened out the blue when me just saying it happening is happening. I'm just saying. It is. And I will be glad to know that I don't need a 100,000 followers, 20,000. If that happens down the line, great. It happens. That means that 20,000, 100,000, whatever numbers, 1,000, or even if it's hundreds, even if it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm at a bare. I'm like literally at the the bottom of the totem pole would who would see my videos. But that is not the picture here. I don't care about that. As long as one person is paying attention, that's what matters. Yah pays attention to those things. Because all of those 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that number will gain with people who resonate with it. That will set into your spirit and you will subscribe. This is not about, just subscribe to my channel because of whatever reason that you feel you need to or have to or whatnot. Subscribe because of the truth. Because I'm genuinely just trying to give you guys how I know. I'm not no big speaker. This is nothing that I do necessarily on the norm, although I do talk. I'm a talker. I'm not going to take that out the equation at all, by far, with no means, okay? Seriously. I talk. And I talk about the good things. I talk about the truth. I love engaging in conversations when it talks about Yah in the scriptures and the things that are actually mattering and happening in the world. That's what will get my attention, and that's what I engage in. And being that I have been felt to be compelled to be in this position to present myself to you guys on this YouTube platform, why the heck not? Why not? Seriously. We have nothing to lose but our souls. And I feel that that is a lot to lose compared to what you felt you gained in this reality. And with that being said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. And more importantly, subscribe to my YouTube channel because I will be coming with part 2s to all of those follow-up videos that I talked about. Check out the part 1s. I also talk about the Mark of the Beast, the elect. I will be giving an update about the elect. Y'all have shown me some new things about that and many things. But I do know there's not enough time in a day. But I do want you guys to make sure you take care of each other. Love your neighbor as yourself. And Yah was talking to his brothers and sisters, and he did not say go and down, discriminate, attack people, your brothers and sisters, or the Gentiles. He said be a light unto the world. So we have to be an example of what Yahusha did. Okay? Not none of this other extra rah-rah bullshit y'all want to be on. Ain't nobody playing with y'all but y'all. But anywho, love you guys. Take care. Bye.